Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's that time of the month again where I'm gonna just recap what I read this month for you guys and let you know what I thought. So it was pretty good. It was a pretty good month. April was a pretty good month. I read 3 books. I listened to 5 audiobooks, and I am currently reading 1 book and listening to 1 audiobook. Without further ado, here are the books that I read in April. First up is Breach of Peace by Daniel B. Green. This is Daniel Green is a big booktube guy. Talks mostly fantasy stuff, but this is his debut novella, part of a planned trilogy, and I thought it was pretty good. I have a review of this if you guys want to check that out. Next up here is Tender as the Flesh by Agustina Bazterrica. This book was awesome and super disturbing and great. This was the book that you guys recommended that I read, and so I did, and I have a review of that if you guys want to check that out. The third book that I finished this month was East of Eden by John Steinbeck. This book's crazy good, and it's a thick boy. I think I had already started this at the end of last month when I did my recap for March. I think this was in the currently reading pile, and it took me a long time. I mean, it's a hell of a book. It's very thick, but man, it's good. Now for the audiobooks. I've been doing a lot of just catching up on some old books that have been on my shelf for a long time. And so a lot of it is like nonfiction that I just kind of wanted to get off my TBR shelf. So here we go. First one is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey. Yeah, this is one of those. It has just been on my shelf for forever. And you know, it's okay. It's a self-help book. It was fine. It was okay. The next book is Ordinary Grace by William Kent Kruger. This was really good. It was kind of a coming-of-age tale of this kid that lives in a small town in Minnesota, which is cool. The author is from Minnesota somewhere, and you know, I live in Minneapolis, so it's kind of just cool reading some like local author stuff. But I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. Next up is another nonfiction. It's called Anatomy of Fascism by Robert O. Paxton. This book was interesting, but it was very, let's say, clinical. It felt like a textbook, and you know, I don't think I got too much out of it, to be honest. But it was interesting. Next up is The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. Again, this is another book that's been on my shelf for a really long time. This book was really good. I really enjoyed it, and the audiobook in particular, I thought was great. It's actually read by Richard Dawkins, and he's just, I don't know, he's just got such a cool voice and like a way of speaking that I really enjoyed this. This was really good. Alright, and then the last audiobook that I listened to was Roots by Alex Haley. This is a very long book, but it's very good. It's like a multi-generational story about like a family of slaves in the South, you know, and it goes from like the beginning of when the country, like the 1750s, all the way through, I guess, sort of present day, or not quite present day, but like modern times. Yeah, it was very good. All right, now on to what I'm currently reading. I've got Hearts in Atlantis. This is a book that I'm reading. I'm about a little over halfway through. I actually think that this was another one that I was reading at the end of last month, so it was under my current reads last month, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I was focusing most of my attention on East of Eden, but now this is the only book I'm reading right now, so I'm going to finish this here up pretty soon, hopefully. The audiobook that I'm currently listening to is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. It's really good. I'm almost done. I should finish this probably tomorrow on my drive to work. And then I don't know what I'll listen to after that, but I will let you guys know. That's all the stuff I read this month. So let me know what you guys thought, if you guys have read any of those books or what. Also, you know, subscribe if you're not subscribed, if you want to see more stuff about books like this. That'd be great. Check out the reviews. I'll put them in the top here and in the description so you guys can check those out, of the couple of books that I did review. So yeah, until next time, peace.